Charles and Camilla dreading after secret Aussie son breaks silence with new father and son proof. The Queensland man who says he is Prince Charles and Camilla's Aussie son has shared a new piece of photographic evidence in a bid to prove his paternity claims. Simon Dorante-Day has attracted worldwide notoriety with his royal love child case, which he says are the result of decades of research. See box at bottom of the page. Now a newly released photo comparison of the 55-year-old alongside Prince Charles has caught the attention of many royal watchers, with many noting the remarkable resemblance between the pair. Since being shared on social media, the image has attracted hundreds of comments from blown-away followers of Simon's case. "It's undeniable who your father is," said one. Added another, "Father and son." Wrote a third, "That's your dad, there is no doubt about it." Added one more, "Wow, and wow, the likeness cannot be disputed. You can't get any more gene comparison than these pics. Absolutely accurate." Said another, "This cinches it. There is no denying." Dorante-Day said he too was taken aback by this comparison, and says photos like this have formed a crucial part of his paternity case. "I have been stepping back a little from social media in recent weeks to work on my case, but when I saw this I couldn't help but share it," he told 7news.com.au. "It certainly illustrates a lot of similarities between us and I feel that it's hard to deny that. I have many supporters and followers around the world who send me these comparisons, and they never cease to amaze me. But they're important to me and are crucial in my fight for answers. Many may not realize that the courts recognize facial similarities in paternity cases. And don't forget, before the days of DNA this was an important way for people to distinguish genetic similarities. Obviously a DNA test with Charles and Camilla is what I'm hoping and fighting for. However, it's a long process to get my day in court." Many pointed out the various physical similarities between Prince Charles and Dorante-Day in the latest comparison. Even the dimple in the chin is there. Not that many men have that. Chin dimples only occur in 2.2% of men, one said. The similarity of the individual characteristics, also when comparing with Camilla and her brother with Simon, is always amazing and justifies 100% a fundamental elucidation of Simon's parentage, additionally with methods of the 21st century. Said another, "The most telling inherited trait is ear shape and cartilage trace." Wrote one more, "Look at the eyes and forehead, they are a carbon copy, and the smile. Brilliant comparison photo." Dorante-Day said it's important to remember that his case isn't only based on photo comparisons. "I'm a sane, intelligent and well-respected man, a loving father, grandfather and husband," he tells 7news.com.au. "I know my story sounds unbelievable, but anything I say is checkable. If you don't believe it, check it. I'm simply a man looking for my biological parents, and every road has led me to Camilla and Charles. I just want to get to know my parents. I want to know my grandmother, the Queen. I want to sit down with William, Harry. I believe they're my family, and I should have a relationship with them." Prince Charles appeared all smiles today as he emerged for the first time since his COVID isolation, and the launch of a police probe into the alleged cash for honors scandal. The heir to the throne, 73, was today seen publicly for the first time since his positive COVID test last week. He joined his sister, Princess Anne, the Princess Royal, in presenting the Queen's anniversary prizes for hire and further at St James's Palace in London. His appearance came as a former MP who filed a criminal complaint about the alleged cash for honors scandal today said police should speak to Prince Charles about the claims. Ex-Liberal Democrat Minister Norman Baker said he found it inconceivable that Charles could have been completely ignorant of the affair. But Prince Charles' friend and biographer Jonathan Dimbleby mounted a defense of the royal, saying it was extraordinarily unlikely Prince Charles knew about the alleged cash for honors scandal. He also compared it to smears that Sir Keir Starmer personally failed to prosecute Jimmy Savile. Mr. Dimbleby, whose friendship with Charles goes back decades, insisted the Prince of Wales would have had no idea one of his charities may have been helping a Saudi billionaire get a knighthood and British citizenship. The police probe follows the revelation that Charles' once closest aide Michael Fawcett allegedly offered to help Saudi billionaire Mahfouz Murray Mubarak bin Mahfouz upgrade his honorary CBE to a knighthood, and support his application for British citizenship, in exchange for generous donations to Charles' Charitable Foundation. Mr. Fawcett was forced to resign from the foundation over the revelations reported in the Mail on Sunday, while royal sources say the Prince of Wales was not aware of any alleged deal. But Mr. Baker, the man who submitted a criminal complaint about the letter, said those investigating should speak to Mr. Mubarak bin Mahfouz and the Prince about the claims. Speaking to ITN last night, he said, "I'm very pleased the police are taking this forward and formally investigating this matter. They clearly need to speak to the individual that wrote the letter. But they also should, in my view, speak to Prince Charles. It's inconceivable in my view that Prince Charles was not aware of what was being done in his name. Prince Charles has a long history of meeting individuals, going back 20 to 25 years, who have given money to his good causes, and have done so in order to be associated with him, and sit next to him at dinner for example. Prince Charles knows that when they give money they want something in return. That's been part of the unwritten agreement. The difference on this occasion was someone was stupid enough to put it in writing.